Okay, I'll comb my hair. Well, I talk about a way that my mental illness and my mental disability has affected me. It's affected me in big ways. It's affected me in small ways. One of the small ways, but small things can be important because life is to live day to day and in details. And my hair has been had a problem. Taking proper care of my hair has been a real problem for me. And I want to talk about how it's been affected by my mental illness. Okay, when I was growing up, I was um, I was like 14, 15. I was at the hairdresser's, and my mom had taken me there, and the hairdresser remarked on how dirty my hair was, how oily and you know greasy it was. And he asked me how often I washed my hair or shampooed my hair. And, I said about once a week. And he said, well, you must be doing something wrong because, you know, your hair just doesn't seem clean. And my mother said, these teenagers. And the hairdresser said, what? And my mother said it again, these teenagers. And the reason that was, of course, inappropriate was, my having greasy hair was just because I didn't know how to, shampoo my hair properly. That was not teenage rebellion. That was not knowing how to shampoo my hair properly. Now, eventually we did find out the reason I wasn't shampooing my hair properly. And it was because, like, I've been taught to, put just a very little tiny part of toothpaste on my toothbrush, and I transfer that to to shampooing my hair. So I put just a little tiny bit of shampoo instead of enough shampoo to make a lather. So because I was using so little shampoo and not enough to even make a lather, I wasn't using enough to get my hair at all clean. And in fact, it was actually making things worse because it was just like putting some junk into my hair, not getting it clean, and not really shampooing it because there wasn't enough shampoo for it to really shampoo. Okay. Anyway, I did finally figure out that I had to actually put enough shampoo on in my hair to make a lather in order for it to get clean. However, uh, then I had the other problem I had was remembering to shampoo my hair regularly. If I, even though I could do it right, I had to do it regularly. So when I was a young adult, I was like 18 years old. I went to another hairdresser's and I looked at my hair and said, when was the last time you shampooed your hair? And I said, I didn't know. And he said, well, usually I don't touch hair when it's this dirty. And he said, I'll do it this time, but I usually don't touch hair when it's this dirty. And he asked me, have you been sick or something? And he said, well, it's a shame you don't take care of your hair because it could be very pretty. Okay. And again, I wasn't, I don't, it's hard for me to remember things. I have a poor memory for day to day things. And, so I don't remember when I shampoo my hair. And anyway, that's a illustration of how my mental disability affects me. Is a lot of times my hair just didn't look clean, and both when I was a teenager and when I was an adult, because um, when I was a teenager, I didn't know how to shampoo my hair, and then when I was an adult, I a lot of times would forget to shampoo my hair or would lose track of when I had shampooed my hair.